am going to show you how to make a bug hotel that hangs in a tree. What you need is a bit of wood. This is decking board, which I got that no one didn't have any use for. So I'm going to cut this on the chop saw, which I'll demonstrate. And would also need these four biscuits, which will hold and strengthen together with glue. But what we'll need to cut the holes out like this are what will be is a biscuit cutter like that, and to hold it all I'd need clamps to hold it, and to put it in a tree would need this hook, which it's got like a white coat over the top, so that will stop it from rusting, and that size is 32mm. You can buy this in B&Q, a hardware store, or on Amazon. That okay, and I'll show you what to do. Something else which I forgot to say, and that was a tin of spray paint to colour the box with, and also a pen or a pencil and a measuring tape. What I'm going to do, I'm going to measure each piece of wood 15 centimetres, and then I'm going to, so it's going to be that big from where my thumb is to where my finger is, and I'm going to cut it on the chop saw. I'm going to do that 4 times. And that's that. So what I need to do now is to biscuit them by putting a biscuit cutter in the wood. Before I do that, I'm going to clean the wood just by taking off all of the splinters out, make it nice and smooth, and then I can biscuit them. what I'm going to do, now I've sanded all the bits of wood, I'm now going to use this biscuit cutter to cut the grooves out, which what I'm going to do first is to put that up against something flat, so up against a bit of wood, and then I'm going to make a cut, put a groove in. Like that. So just like that. And I'm going to do the same again here and with these bits of wood. If you don't have one of these, you can always use some screws to put this together. If you don't have one of these biscuit cutters, and then what will happen, that goes in there with a bit of glue, and again there. So what happens, two go there like that, and then the other two go on top with these biscuits with glue. And what I've got to do, I've got to cut another bit of, see if I need, should be that one. So what I need to do, I need to biscuit this at the bottom, at the side. So that will slot like that, and do the same again this side. I've made an error here, but that doesn't matter because that won't be seen by that groove. So that there, do the same again for the top. one side done. That's the other side, but I've got to cut the top as well. So you also got to know which way which side of the wood you need to cut. The way I do it is the wood that you're not going to see goes up, which is why I've cut that groove. The wood that you do want to see goes outside. Put 2 more biscuits in there. What I'm doing first, just to make sure it all fits. Because I can glue it afterwards. One side fits here, but the other side doesn't. So it might be a bit of sawdust in the inside. So a good idea to clean that out. If need be, turn it round the other way, so it might fit that way. You never know. Stay with plan 1. Try and correct it. So I think just need to go in with it. And I say that's good enough. So that's what it's going to look like. All I need to do now is glue it, which is what I'll show you what to do. Really easy to do. Get a bit of glue. Put a glue on the biscuits. And again on the bit of wood where the biscuits are going to sit. I found outside a log which I had drilled holes out on both ends with my drill press, which I did with this drill bit to drill out the holes for this log on the drill press. So I don't need to worry about cutting this on the chop saw, as it's the correct size to go into this box. But one thing I am going to do before I do paint spraying it is mask the inside of the box, so I don't get, so when I do start to spray paint it, that it won't mark the inside. So all I'm doing, I'm just going around the edges of the box. From the sides to the bottom to the top. Now I've finished putting masking tape on the outsides. All I need to do now is put carry bags on the inside, because once this is all done, I can then spray paint it. Got to make sure that I can't see any wood inside or any of the handles sticking out, because the paint may not go on the wood. So keep it nice and tidy if you can. And also, so when you've done one side and you're happy with it, then do the other side. Do the same thing again. So if there's if there's a gap which I can see, then just put a bag inside to cover that. But this is all drying at the moment, so I'll sand this down tomorrow. I'll sand this all down tomorrow. So if there's any bits of glue that's dry, then I'll do that with a bit of sandpaper. That's no problem at all. But I seem to be happy with that. And that's that. That's that. So now leave it overnight for the glue to dry, and that's it for the time being until tomorrow. Once the glue has dried, it's time to take off the clamps. And then afterwards, it's time to sand down the bit of wood, or where it's got dry bits of glue stuck to it, and so when I spray paint it, it won't get seen. So I'm just going to sand down the wood which I can see the dry glue. Now that's all finished. There's just a bit more to see. Now it's all done. There won't be any runs when it's time to paint spraying the bug hotel. What is a good idea is to get two of these hooks. So when you spray paint this one would have, I might do this yellow spray paint or purple or pink one, I don't know. But if you've got a spare one, then you can put the spare one on the bug hotel. So you don't mix the colour up. But what's easy to know where to put the hook in the middle is to find the middle of each corner. So from one corner, we're where my finger is to the other corner here, and put the hook in the roughly in the middle, and then turn it round as you do so, and then go as you go round, do the other side. From corner to corner. And then it's easy to do it on the, if you've got a flat surface. So that way, when you put the screw in, that it won't go to one side. And what I do then with this, which is a bradawl, put a hole in the middle, and put the hook and twist it so it goes in. And then that is ready to be spray painted. In order to spray paint the Bug Hotel, I'm using violet spray paint, which give it a shake for about a minute, and always wear a mask and make sure you got ventilation. Do it in the open, which is best. And then you go all over, around the top, around the sides, at the bottom, and leave it to dry. And then do it again once it's dry, and give it about two or three coats. The more it has, the more weatherproof it's going to be. So go round thin coats. Thin coats is what you need. Don't go on thick, because the quicker it dries if you do thin coats, because the thicker you do it, the longer it's going to dry. So leave that to dry and leave that to dry for about half an hour, and then do it again after that. Now this has had 3 coats of spray paint. I'm going to let it dry for a good hour, maybe 2 hours, so it's nice and dry, and it's on this frame, which is on a bit of decking board with this bit of wood and a bit of bamboo, and the same again on the outside, so I can do all areas from the back to the front, the sides, and again at the bottom. So I can paint it, spray paint it in one go. Now the bug hotel is dry. What I'm going to do is remove the bags and throw them away, as I don't need them anymore. And I'm also going to peel away the masking tape. Then next thing is remove the hook that's now been spray painted, and replace it with a white one instead. Put that on it. So what you can do now, when you do spray painting, you can use this one, which is violet, so you can do that when you do it. And if you decide to do another bee hotel, so you might decide to use a yellow spray paint. Doesn't matter if this goes yellow or not, because you'll end up putting a new hook on here. So what I'm going to do now is to put the log inside, and I've got Christmas tree branches, and all I'm going to do all the way around, just cut away and just fill it all in, fill in all the gaps. Once you've filled all the gaps, you can start on the other side. You can use glass, anything natural, where the bugs would like to go, and make a home, make a family. But I have saved all the Christmas trees, and I've got them all here in this box. So I'm going to work on that by filling in all these gaps, and then once this side is finished, then I'll do the same again on the other side. Once you've put all the filling in, then just tidy it all up. So I've just been putting these Christmas tree branches in, and just I've done the other side. That needed doing. Just poke your finger to see if there needs, if you've left any if you've left a gap out. And then just poke it down. And what I do next, once that's done, I use my brand name, which I burn on my woodwork, to say that who made it. So what I do, I just put DDWW on. So I've got it stands for Duncan Devine Wildlife Woodwork. So the wood burner is just warming up at the moment. This is a wood burner, and I've put the letter D on there. So that's just warming up, and it's good to, when if you know it's if you think it's warm, just give it a test on a scrap bit of wood to see if it comes out or not, or whether you might need to leave it on a bit longer. So and then you're ready to burn your letters onto your piece of work. So I'm just testing out the letter to see if it's ready, if it's hot or not, and it is. And just burn it, leave it for a few seconds, maybe move it side to side so it doesn't stick too much, and leave it for about 10 seconds or so. Keep it moving, and then lift it. If you need to go back on there again, just go back where the letter where you were at, and just apply a bit more pressure, a bit harder. And when you think you're happy, then get a pair of pliers, take that letter off, and then with the pair of pliers, screw it on, and before you burn the next letter on, just wait for it to warm up. And then when you're ready, when you think you're ready, then you do the next letter. Once you think the next letter in the wood burner is hot, and there you have it. A bug hotel.